Question says that the sum of the two numbers is 137 and their difference is 43. So find the numbers. We can say let the two numbers be x and y. You can assume any variable, but let's say the two numbers are x and y. So according to the question, what does it say? It says over the sum of two numbers is 137. That means the sum of those two numbers x plus y is 137 and their difference is 43. Let's say x is the bigger number, okay? Let's say x is the bigger number. X is the bigger number, x is greater than y. So x plus y is 137 and x minus y equals to what? Is equal to 43. So x minus y equals to 43. So this difference means we have to subtract the smaller from the larger number, which is x minus y, and that is 43. So let's assume the first relation as equation 1 and the second relation as equation 2. We can solve a linear equation two variables using any method like elimination, substitution, or graphical approach. But for the moment, what we'll do is actually use the simplest way, which is, I believe, in this case, since this equation is in such a form that if we add those two equations, then this plus y minus y will be removed. Okay, so we can say on adding equation 1 and 2, on adding equation 1 and 2, what do we get? We get like, this is like, we can say, let's write the equation first of all to see how we are adding. So x plus y is 137 and x minus y equal to 43. So once we add those two equations, the result would be the plus y minus y is 0 gone, and this x plus x will be 2x, and 137 plus 43 would be 1 plus 2 is 10, 3 plus 4 plus 1 is 8, plus 180. So that means 2x equals 180. Okay, so to further solve it, we'll put it down maybe. So now to further simplify this thing, we have 2x equal to 180. So this to solve the x, we have to divide by 2 because this is multiplied. 2x equal to 180, so we divide both sides by 2. Divide by 2 this side and divide by 2 the other side as well. Or we can say that is like, this is x equals to 90. This is same as like you can solve also this thing at 2x equal to 180. So when this is multiplied to the x, so this goes on the other side, it will be divided. Okay, so 180 divided by 2 equal to x directly. Okay, you can say in that one the same thing. X equals to 90. It's x equals to 90, so we're gonna apply this thing in the equation 1 or 2. In any one of those to get the y, the other number. Because this x is one of the number which we need. Or the other number is y. So let's substitute in the equation 1. Okay. So once substitute in the equation 1, we're gonna say that substitute x equals to 90 in equation 1. Once we do so, what we have like, that's 90 plus y equals to 137. That basically means y equals to 137 minus 90. When the 90 goes on the side, this is positive, so that will be negative on the other side. So 137 minus 90, which would mean y equals to 90 minus 137 minus 90 is 47. So that's 47. Y equals to 47. The two numbers that we need is 90 and 47. Hence the two required numbers are the two required numbers are 90 and 47. We can cross check it like, because the question says over there, and I just saw the question. The question says that Sum of the two numbers is 137. 90 plus 47 is indeed 137. 90 plus 40 is 130 plus 7 is 137. And when we find difference of these two, 90 minus 47. So that is 43 actually. 43 plus 47 is 90. So that means what we got right now is correct. These two numbers are good. This is correct. Let's see the other problem, which is the sum of thrice the first and the second is 142, and 4 times the first exceeds the second by 138. Finally, find the numbers. You can say let the required numbers, let the first number be x and second number be y. First number be x and second number be y. So that basically means we can sum of thrice the first. That means 3 times x. Sum of thrice the first is 3 times x. And the second number. But second number is y, so plus y. That's equals to 142. You can say that's the first relationship between the two numbers. 3 times the first number and the second number. Sum of the thrice the first is 3x and the second number is y. That is 142. Let's assume this is equation 1. And also the other condition given is 4 times the first exceeds the second by 138. 4 times the first number, which 4 times first number is x. Exceeds means it's more than the second number. That means the difference of the 4 times the first and the second number, that is 138. These are the two relationships, so this refer to this as equation 2. Okay, so now we can say, we again say plus y minus y, okay? We can simply add those two equations. Okay, I'm adding equation 1 and 2. What do we have? We have like this 3x plus 4x, which is 7x, plus y minus y is 0, that is equal to 142 plus 138, which is like 280. 7x equals 280. So that means 7 times x is 280, so we can divide both sides by 7 to solve for the x. As to raise the x, we have to undo the inverse of the multiplication, and inverse of multiplication is division. So we divide by the coefficient of the x, which is 7. So divide just not by one side, divide both the sides actually. So when we divide both the sides by 7, we get x equals to 40. This 7 is gone, which is x. 1 over 7 is 1. So 1 times x is simply x, and 280 divided by 7 is 40. So this x equals to 40. That means one of the numbers that we have is 40. So what's the other number? To get the other number, we have to put the x value in any one of the equations. So let's put it in the equation 1. We can say substitute, and we put substitute is x equals to 40 in the equation 1. What do we have? So we have like 3 times 40 plus y equals to 142. 3 times 40 is 120 plus y equals to 142. That means y equals to 142 minus 120, which is y equals to 22. Y equals 22, therefore we can say the two numbers that we need is 40 and 22. But before writing the conclusion, let's cross-check or verify our answer with the given condition. Sum of 3 times the first number, which is 3 times first number, 3 times third, 3 times 40, 120. 120 plus 22, that is 420. That is like 120 plus 22 is 142. That is good. And when we say 4 times the first number, which 4 times 40 is 160, exceeds the second number by 138. Second number is 22, so 160 minus 22, that is indeed 138. Okay, which makes sense. That is both the condition is getting satisfied here. And you can simply say that the required numbers are 40 and 22. That's it. We'll do some more problems in the next video.